much fun. I love it. I love it. We having a good time? USA, USA. Knock the crap out of him, would you? Seriously.
The fascism of Donald Trump, his administration, and his followers can be summed up in one quote.
Atticus talks about, a mob acts on emotion.
By legendary actor Jeff Daniels, recalling his time playing Atticus Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird.
You fight like hell, and if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
Vice President Pence needs to not open the 7 state electors' envelopes for the states that I mentioned. Set them aside and send it all back to those state legislatures.
Well, we got to stop this steal from happening because if we don't, nobody's ever going to vote again.
We're not going to take it anymore. This is our country.
On the West Front, the mob tore down scaffolding, battled their way through the last line of police defense, and broke into the Capitol building itself.
Respect for absent contemplation and mostly absent responsibility. What they get is anonymity.
It is moments such as these that Daniels portrays beautifully in his appearance on MSNBC.
Rioters, outnumbering law enforcement by more than 50 to 1, attacked, dragged, and beat police officers. In testimony to Congress, former D.C. Metro Police Officer Michael Fanone recounted being pulled into a crowd of protesters.
I was electrocuted again and again and again with a taser.
This is our capital!
In total, nearly 150 police officers were injured on the day.
A conscience can be exhausting. It'll keep you up at night. A mob's a place where people go to take a break from their conscience.
More from Daniels' foreshadowing.
I was looking at some of those big, once incredible job-producing factories, and my wife, Melania, said, "What happened?" I said, "Those jobs have left Ohio. They're all coming back. They're all coming back. Coming back. Don't move. Don't sell your house."
He said this on the campaign trail, but did not deliver per a CBS News fact check by the time Trump left office in January 2021. The United States had 178,000 fewer manufacturing jobs than when his presidency began. They cite the Bureau of Labor Statistics, or BLS, for this data. From the outlet once more, before the pandemic hit, the number of manufacturing jobs in the United States had largely been growing since 2010, according to the BLS. By the time former President Barack Obama left office in 2017, the sector had mostly rebounded from the Great Recession, though there were 195,000 fewer manufacturing jobs than at the start of his presidency.
That's what I see when I look at Trump's rallies. That's when I see the lies spewing at these people and people going, "I got to believe in something, and he said he'd bring my manufacturing job back and she didn't, and I'm all in."
He's right, because Trump still says this, knowing full well we have nearly, 80 years or so of him doing the opposite.
Kung flu, yeah. Why doesn't he show his birth certificate? That could be a Mexican plane up there. They're getting ready to attack.
Why do we want these people from, quote, all these whole countries here? Mr. Trump was referring to African nations and Haiti before suggesting the U.S. should have more people from places like Norway.
They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists.
Daniels cuts through the BS here as well.
But at the end of the day, aside from, I don't want to pay taxes, it's race. It's race. This is about the Republican Party, or a wing of it, going, this is our last chance to save the party. And if we don't, it's the end of the Republican Party. And the only way they can do that was to tap the race button and say, go ahead, it's okay. And he did, and they did. And that was the only card they had left to play, and they played it. And they aren't going to go quietly.
And thus, we had January 6th.
And that's why you look at the cowardice of the 15 or so Republicans in the Senate who are still quiet. Who are the heroes going to be? Is it going to be the Daniel Ellsberg Pentagon Papers guy? Who's the guy at the Justice Department that's going to go, here, Washington Post, here's the unredacted, go. I'm waiting for that guy.
We're all waiting for that guy.
We need people like that, and to look at Congress with all their politics going, well, if I do this, I can't do that. You're all worthless to me right now. You are all worthless. I need people to stand up and be heroic. Who are you? Because democracy is at stake.
Wow.
We still are. Instead,
are there any objections to counting the certificate of vote of the state of Arizona that the teller has verified appears to be regular in form and authentic?
Mr. Vice President, I, Paul Gosar from Arizona.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Arizona rise?
I rise up for myself and 60 of my colleagues to object to the counting of the electoral ballots from Arizona.
Is the objection in writing and signed by a senator?
Yes, it is.
It is.
this is what we have. Morally bankrupt individuals like Representative Paul Gosar of Arizona and Senator Rafael Ted Cruz of Texas, objecting to the election results of 2020 and trying to bring in a dictatorship to our country. There are no good guys on this side of the aisle because they fall in line to keep the legalized bribery going in the form of campaign contributions by the top 1% who benefit from having brainless stooges like these in office for extended periods of time. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.